What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Honda Recap. What happened to the YouTube Honda Challenge? And there's a new one on the horizon. Let's talk about it. What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Honda Recap. We are on recap number 80. So what's good with everybody in the premiere right now? How you all doing? How you all been this weekend? What new things do you have planned for your car this week or coming weekend? If this is your first time watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. We basically get together every Monday night going over what's been going on, the highlights for the YouTube creators here on YouTube, hang out, discuss our builds, and just chill for the week. So make sure to hit that subscribe, hit that thumbs up and that bell because we are here every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. To get right into this, I wanted to bring up the Honda YouTube challenge. I don't know where it's gone. As you can see here, I got tagged on Instagram asking, hey, what happened here? It looks like the Facebook event actually got canceled. I don't really know anything like that. I know I was in a YouTube chat with everybody and it kind of died out for a while, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I believe the original event was going to get rained out. They actually had some flooding or a storm coming in. I'm not sure if because of people into attendance or money or what is going on, but the Honda YouTube challenge looks like it no longer exists, and I don't really know why. So if anybody actually knows any information about it, make sure to hit the comments down below. I'd really love to get behind understanding why it just suddenly disappeared. Following that, we got the $500 YouTube Turbo Car Challenge started by Wideband and a co-challenge with 802 Garage. Essentially, the rules are you get a $500 car, and I believe it's a $500 spending limit. I believe the rules are essentially having $500 into the car and only turboing for $500. You essentially just kind of have some fun. There are some rules. I'll put all the rules in the description below of how to get involved with it. It seems to be fairly simple. Anybody can join, any car can join. Trying to hit some metrics. It's really fun. It's an actually open challenge to everybody. If you want to check out 802 Garage's channel and Wideband, they have most of the information for this challenge right now. It's really cool. I really love the camaraderie, bringing in more people right here. Props to you guys for doing this. All right, to kick this off with what's been going on this week, I want to kick it off with Chris Sadowski, finally putting in a lot of effort into the Del Sol right now. As you guys can see, B20V going into the Del Sol. I think his brother was driving around the EJ. He was using it every day as a daily. The motor went out, and he said, you know what? This is the perfect reason right now. I'm going to take the motor that's in the Del Sol out, give it to my brother, and put the B20V in. He got a little help here and there getting the rest of the parts he actually needed to get the car in, and I could tell by Instagram Chris is actually out there enjoying the car with the B20V. Really happy about this, man. I'm sure it's really fun, and I can't wait to see the next videos actually showing you ripping around in the B20 Vtec Del Sol. Next up, we've got Zosh. After a while, he is ready to bring Christina back to former glory. And he's really excited about that. He's got a new wheel setup going back to the Rotomasters that we knew he loved. He got the Marauder stickers on there. That's really awesome to see, not gonna lie. You knew that setup was best. I loved it too. The RPF ones are great. I love mine. I've had mine for about 10 or 12 years now. So, you know, they're a little bit old, but I like to still keep them around because they are awesome track wheels, but there's so many other options out there now. We all knew that the Slipstreams just looked right at home on the Integra, man. Props to you. Next up, we got BodeVision back with Project Pepto. This guy is actually making moves, painting the Hell Kitty, as you can say, the actual Hellcat swap Miata on Cars channel, but he hasn't forgot his roots. He is still putting time in on Project Pepto, rolling fenders and making sure he can do everything possible to keep the paint that was already on the car, that pink color. You don't want to go ahead and start cracking the paint when you go rolling the fenders, and as a body guy, Adam's out there trying to do his best as possible to retain the quality of the paint he actually has now. I'm really excited that you haven't given up on Project Pepto, and we're still moving forward. Speaking of body work, we have YoungStatic throwing his hand at some more body work. We already know you could paint. We already know that you can kind of massage everything on the car. Next step is actually pulling dents. You've got a dent puller actually doing it the legit way, the slide hammer and everything. And he shows you in this video that he also is learning from YouTube. He was watching a couple videos at the beginning, went out there, fixed his brother's hood, a spare hood that they had, just kind of pulled the dents out, some Bondo and painting it, going through the full cycle before I think he's going to start attacking the EJ that he just put the B20 in. It's really exciting to see that not only do you learn from YouTube, you teach people what you've learned, because a lot of people come to you for that DIY content. Some more body work out there on YouTube. We got Chris, Lazymangarage, doing all the body work needed on the RSX right now. You're doing all of the sanding. You're eventually going to get to the wet sanding fairly soon. I'm really happy that you're showing people how to do this yourself as well, because Bodywork is one thing I think is missing from YouTube, so I'm really happy that you're taking that step right now and actually showing people that it could easily be done in the driveway. Following that, we got DeadBeatGarage, the B20 Vtec, high compression B20 Vtec that you're making. I think it's 13-to-1 for the khaki Civic. Is finally getting together. It's looking more and more like an engine every single day. I've been following this build for a long time. I know a lot of you probably joined DeadBeatGarage for the 2JZ Civic, but the khaki Civic is where it's at. Mad Max is no slouch either. So if you're on the DeadBeatGarage channel, you've got plenty of cool stuff to watch. I'm really excited for the B20V, man, and the drift content in the future is going to be awesome too. I'm still here. Next up, we got John Widmer Garage Built Hondas. If you guys have been following along, he's been helping his buddy build a CRX on the channel to get him to the track. First time at the track, the car did very, very well until John drove it and then he broke it. But you know what? Fixing it, moving on, and going further and further, the next process is the only thing you know how to do. So I'm really happy you helped get the kinks out a little sooner than later, at least on the track. That's where you kind of want to test and tune, figure out what's actually going wrong with the car, because you can push it to its limit, and then when you get to the street, you can know that car is reliable and is going to be able to do exactly what you want it to do. Following that, we got SethChurchVideo. This guy has been putting in massive work in that B18 swap D, making close to 400 horsepower. That's really awesome. I think this car was actually being built for the Honda YouTube challenge, but he's keeping it and he's keeping moving forward. He's having some cooling issues, but he's remedying that with a new radiator. And you know what, man? I'm really happy of how much power and how much effort you're putting into your channel these days. Keep doing the grind. It is being noticed. Next up, we got SollerSkate. This guy has one of the cleanest Del Sols getting built, I believe, out there in the UK. The red and white color combo is amazing. I've always loved that myself. I have a red Del Sol I had white wheels on it for a while, but in this latest video, you're getting a lot of the wiring done, getting the headlight harness tucked in the fenders, which looks really awesome. The engine bay and the cage inside look really nice, and I like the fact you're going ahead and putting the fuse box in on the passenger side of your car. That really does clean it up, opens that area over there where the battery goes. I'm really happy of how much effort you're putting into this Del Sol. Following that, we got Vtec Academy putting an FK8 K20 C1 engine into an EG. If you guys didn't already know, Hassport is at the forefront of creating mounts for every single combination you could have as far as putting any type of motor in any type of Honda engine. Well, Honda engine in Honda Bay. At that rate, we got the FK8 engine going in an EG right now. You can see they actually had to cut a notch in the frame rail a little bit on the subframe, and the motor is basically going to slowly go in with the brackets they have now. They're doing it so they can show you that the mounts really do work. You get your hands on one of these motors and you're going to go fast in an EG. Last but not least, we got WOT Garage, Wide Open Throttle Garage. This guy was actually also from the Honda YouTube challenge, but he's joining the $500 Turbo Car Challenge with a super clean EF sedan. If you guys want to check that out, definitely check out his channel. Kind of shows you around this really clean EF sedan he picked up. He's going to turbo it, and we're going to see how far he can get with that. So I'm really happy to see all these guys just kind of moving around, joining up whatever challenges are out there to just kind of keep the camaraderie up. You cannot hate on that. All right, guys, with that said, that's it for this episode of the Honda Recap. Thank you, everybody who's been joining week to week. I really appreciate all the comments and everything you guys have been saying. I'm also really happy everybody's loving the new format here every week to contribute to the Honda community as much as possible. I also have a lot of videos coming out on my own Del Sol. I've done a lot of work on the motor, and hopefully very soon getting the engine in the engine bay, hopefully within the next week. I got a lot of videos coming out this week and the following week. So, like I said, hit subscribe, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 when this Honda Recap airs. We're here on time every week, and I have plenty more Del Sol videos coming out for myself. Head over to HondaVlogs.com/shop. Pick yourself up a shirt, a sticker, a hoodie, or anything else you guys want to do to support the channel. Thank you to everybody who has already. What's up again, everybody in Premiere? I'll see you guys next week. Peace.